Ever need an escape from reality?
How about a laugh every now and again? It's time for Tales of Woe! It's an hour of comedy and conversation about nothing in particular.
Your weekly broadcast of weekly nonsense.
Get ready for a program that's sure to leave you saying, Whoa!
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Welcome back to another episode of our show. My name is Ian.
And I'm Estevan.
And you are tuning into Tales of
Whoa! Got a little crazy there.
That one was a little crazy. I don't really know quite what I was channeling on that one.
I channeled the little Darth Vader at the end there. Did you hear?
Oh yeah.
No.
I did not catch that, but that's a nice touch. I like it. I feel like a couple seconds into mine, I was feeling like Mordecai and Rigby going whoa, but like not quite, like halfway effort. I don't know. Either way, we're here. It's time to go.
That show's so good. That show's so good.
Yeah. Yep. But guess what? Hey, Estevan. It's episode 10.
It's episode 10.
It's
episode 10, Ian.
10
I can't believe it.
episodes.
I can't believe it. We survived. The therapy worked. We survived.
It worked. You're so right. I never thought we would have gotten this far. I mean,
yeah,
I remember.
I'm pretty sure the therapist said that even she didn't think it would.
No, she was. I remember she told us, she was like, 8 probably, 9's pushing it, but there's no way in hell you guys are making it to 10. But look at that.
Absolutely not.
Doctor.
Impossible. Impossible.
Dr. Newman, our real therapist, our very real therapist. We did it.
Very real.
So fuck you. She's a real person, and we made it to 10. So
human.
fuck you. No.
Real, actual human person.
Yeah, man. No, it's episode 10, which, of course, in the grand scheme of things, is not a lot. But for us, that's cool. That's 10 weeks we've been sitting down and doing this, so that's fun. Feels good. Definitely more to come. 10 more weeks and 10 more on top of that. And
10 more years.
And 10 more years. Hey, fuck it, maybe. You never know. You never know. But we have a little bit of a special episode planned for today. I got on my Instagram, and I went on my story. I put a little poll, and I got some questions from my followers. I don't have a lot of followers on Instagram, admittedly. But however, some of you guys were kind enough to leave me a good amount, so we're going to go through some of those.
Let's go.
Yeah.
I'm so excited. First Q&A. Let's go.
Yeah, man. So let's just fucking jump right into this, because I don't know. We might take a while. Some of these are like quick ones. Some of these are going to require like a longer discussion. So let's just like get this show on the road.
Let's get it on the road. Let's go. Let's get the ball rolling.
Starting off, number 1, what's your problem?
I mean, I can give you a shorter list of what's not my problem.
Oh, yeah. I just thought that was funny. Somebody put that. I'm not going to reveal anyone's names on this, but somebody put that, and I don't have a fucking problem. Okay, I'm perfect, literally in every way imaginable. So this question
speak for yourself. I've got crippling eating addiction, crippling drug addiction. Just everything. My life is crippling.
Yeah, no, I'm the opposite. I'm like peak human being. I have absolutely nothing wrong with me, like at all.
You may not like it, but this is what peak human performance looks like.
Nah, pretty much. Like you can ask anyone. Like I am literally the fucking best. Like
peak human conditioning.
Anyway, I'm going to go to this one next, which I will reveal the person who asked this one. It was fucking you. So, it's favorite movie. This is a quick one. What's your favorite movie? With no explanation.
The Emoji Movie.
Oh, really? That favorite one of all time, the Emoji Movie. What is it,
Treasure Planet.
Treasure Planet? Boom. Me? Back to the Future, baby. Next question. No explanation needed. Here's one. How do you think you're going to die?
Some giant airy Alexa light is going to fall on me on set.
Oh, shit. Like a stage light. Yeah. Wow.
But it's going to happen when I'm like an old director. They're going to think I'm like past my prime.
Okay, so it's like you've already lived a long, happy life.
I've already
by this
gotten my
point.
Oscars. I've already gotten my
Okay.
Emmys. I'm just chilling at this point.
So it's not as sad. I mean, it's
Yeah.
still very tragic. No one wants to get crushed by a light.
That's true.
How do I think I will die? I don't know. Like a plane crash.
Whoa.
Maybe.
That's kind of crazy.
Probably.
Damn.
That would, what a way to go out that would be. You know?
Damn,
And
my greatest fear.
dude, I think that is one of my greatest fears. And look, I am a bitch when it comes to turbulence on airplanes.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I get so nervous, even though I know there is no danger to turbulence at all. None at all.
Yeah.
You're
and like
fine.
the
You're chilling.
odds of a plane crash is like insanely low.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like way lower. I saw it recently. I forget how low it was, but it was like crazy, dude.
No, yeah, it's like people don't realize how actually safe commercial airlines and airplanes are. You're in good hands. Like, yeah, like you are risking your life so much more every day when you get in to drive your own car. Like, but for some reason,
one in 5.4 million.
Yeah, that's yeah.
So then the question is, what are the odds of getting struck by lightning?
In a plane? Isn't it like
No,
even if just in general? No,
Yeah.
No, but like
less than 1 in a million. Wow, you have better odds of getting struck by lightning than.
Oh, really? Wow. That's insane. Yeah. No, but for some reason turbulence still just makes me fucking nervous, especially when you like drop really quickly and I'm like every time that happens I'm just like, all right, this is it. Like this is it. I lived a good life, you know. It's time to fucking go in my notes app and write my goodbye letters because there is no way I am surviving this fucking plane ride. But of course I'm fine every time. But like, goddamn, it's so scary. Like, it's so scary. And I am a sweaty motherfucker too. Like, I sweat so, like, just in general. Like, if I step outside, my back is just dripping. Like, I sweat so much. And so, especially when I'm nervous, which is often. But if I'm on a plane, there's turbulence, I'm sitting there just soaked in my own sweat, man.
I'm so ready to just
it's not
sit
a good
next
time.
to you on a 9-hour flight to California and just like
just smell me.
Brother, you need a towel?
Yeah, oh, dude, I genuinely do. Like, I feel like, you know, whenever there's
You need to pack a towel. You need to pack a towel for the flight, just for the flight.
You know, when you see like comedians on stage who always have like a towel over their shoulder, like that would have to be me, but with like a full beach towel, because
I don't know how they do it, because like on top of that, the lights on them, like hot. They're hot. Like you've done theater.
I can absolutely attest to that. I mean, that's one of the first things you realize when you're a little kid and you go to Tech Week is they're like, hey, by the way, it's really hot on stage, like really fucking hot.
Yeah, I've been
and
on
it's
stage
true.
as well. They're hot, man, and
you don't realize it. Yeah, you feel it, man.
But apparently it says between 2008. This is by MIT, Massachusetts Institute of Technology, one of our greatest colleges that we have.
Thanks, MIT. Shout out MIT.
2008 and 2017, there was only one fatality for every 7.9 million passengers who boarded a flight. Between 1998 and 2007, that figure stood closer to one death per 2.7 million. And yeah, I mean, there you go.
It's low. Like, you're good. You're chilling.
And then last year was one of the safest years on record for commercial air travel.
Nice. Yeah.
There you go.
It's like with me, it's like I have this like nervousness and anxiety. It used to be a lot worse. Like a couple years ago, it was so bad. But now it's like I fly pretty frequent. Like, I'll force myself to fly still, like, because I know it's safe, even though I get a little nervous. But I know it's safe. Like, I'll be fine.
It's safer. It's arguably safer than driving in some ways, because you don't have to drive and you don't have to worry about like people beside you driving recklessly and stuff like that. It's I guess like the less congestion. And the autopilot features and stuff like that. And
realistically, the worst part about flying and the scariest part about flying is dealing with all the other fucking passengers.
Yeah. Like, what if
You
you get
know?
like that one rowdy little baby?
Yeah, like if you get a baby, yeah, you're fucked. But then you never know if you're gonna be sitting next to like a stinky person or just.
Oh, yeah.
You never know. You never
Oh yeah, dude.
know.
I think like not the last flight I was on, but the one before that, I had a little kid that was just like kicking on my seat, and I was so pissed.
Yeah.
It was only for like the beginning of the flight, but I was getting upset. He wasn't kicking, he was just like pressing like with his feet like really hard, and I'm like, dude. Like I hate parents that just let that shit happen. Man.
I know. I'm just
What
like,
are you doing? What are you doing?
I look, I can't speak on it. I don't know how hard it is to be a parent, but yeah, exactly. In situations like that, you're watching your kid kick the fucking seat where there's a person in it. How are you just sitting there letting that happen? Would you not be pissed if that were you? Ugh,
Yeah.
Yeah, the people are the worst. But to answer the question, that's how I'm going to die, is an airplane accident. Maybe I'm just going to like, get pushed over the line by all the stupid people. Maybe that's how I actually die. The plane's fine, but I'm just like losing my fucking mind during the flight.
Yeah. No, but really, I'd probably die of old age.
Yeah, I mean, that's how we hope we all die.
I hope that's how I die.
Yeah. Okay. All right, next question. What are your favorite pieces of media that are totally underappreciated?
Oof.
That's a good question. That's a really good question.
That is a good question.
Favorite pieces of media. I mean, I wish I had the person who asked it right next to me, because like, what do you mean by pieces of media? Do you mean like medium, or do you mean like specific like movies or shows or something? Because the way I understood it was like medium. Like, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess I'm thinking
comics.
True, yeah. Comics, yeah.
Video games.
I'm thinking like those old school Christmas stop motion animation. I wish they'd make shit like that more.
Yeah, I wish stop motion would.
I guess even just like,
I know it's harder to do, but
it is hard, including like Coraline and all the Leica stuff. I guess that's included too. But you know, those classic like Christmas ones have that certain vibe to them, and and I love those. I love those shorts, and it really makes me sad because when a lot of people are like, "Ooh, they're creepy. They creep me out. I don't like it's creepy," and I'm like, "How is it creepy? Look how charming it is." Like I love that kind of shit. And yeah, like you said, it takes a lot of work, and so it's like I can appreciate it because that shit's hard.
Yeah, I mean, if we're taking it literal, I guess like maybe like cassettes. I wish cassettes.
Yeah.
I love cassettes. I got like this machine. I make like.
Oh right, yeah.
It's like, I don't know. For me, it's like a way to like rewind the clock and go back to like a more pure time.
Mm-hmm. I guess
just like enjoy life more.
Yeah. And I mean, I guess I could say Blu-rays too then. Are Blu-rays underappreciated? I guess, yeah. I mean,
100%. And it's sad that not enough people buy them, because you're starting to see like Target and Walmart phase them out. And
is Walmart phasing them out too?
Yeah, and then Best Buy is phasing them out. Yeah, Walmart also just announced it.
That sucks.
Yeah, it's very unfortunate that Blu-ray's dying.
Like if we reach a point where movies come out and there is no way to purchase a physical copy of it, that's a problem.
Yeah.
That's a big problem.
Because then we're beholden to streaming services or like iTunes. Like we've had this conversation before where like iTunes essentially like you're not really buying it like you think you are. You're renting it just like for a permanent time. But if you lose your account or whatever, it gets shut down, it's done. So like my dad has like 700 and 800 something movies on his iTunes. Like, yeah, that's great. He's got a shit ton. But something happens to his Apple account, or, you know, it gets hacked or it gets shut down by Apple for whatever reason, they're gone and you can't get them back. Like, it's in the terms of service, apparently, you can't get them back. So buying physical media protects you from that. Also, there's so many movies out there that just aren't on digital.
True. Yeah.
You know?
Dunstan
And
Checks In? Where the fuck?
Yeah.
I had no way to watch Dunstan Checks In. I had no choice but to buy it on DVD. And I'm okay with that because now I'm a proud owner of Dunstan Checks In on DVD. But yeah, there's no way to stream it. So, no, yeah, exactly. So I guess that is...
I take it back.
Yeah.
I take it back. Walmart is not getting rid of
Okay, good.
Blu-ray. They are actually in talks to take over the DVD and Blu-ray disc business.
Oh.
So that Studio Distribution Services, SDS, which handles the distribution of physical media, Walmart may consider taking over the management of it, and they submitted a request.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Is that good or bad?
apparently
I don't know.
That the proposal marks a change in Walmart's DVD and Blu-ray disc sales process valued at $936 million. So it's making them money, a lot of money.
Okay.
Instead of selecting one representative from each studio to analyze data and conduct market research, SDS can consolidate efforts across a larger number of studios. Yeah, that's the thing, man. I was watching a video essay about DVDs and how like Hollywood used to depend on them because the way that studios used to operate was that, and this is why, you know, there's like a lot of worry in the film industry because of like the diminishing box office returns and stuff like that, is because streaming, because back then like a movie could, you know, not make nearly as much money as it would have at like in the box office, but they would all like it was Matt Damon, like there was an interview with Matt Damon and he talked about it as well. Essentially he was like, look, like if you look at it, like movie studios used to operate where they made a movie, they could invest in a $50 million movie with no problem, no worries whatsoever, full creative control. And if it didn't make its full money, it didn't matter because they would more than pick it back up in DVD and sales, like VOD. Mm-hmm. They would get it back in with you know, physical media sales. And now, because less people are buying DVDs and Blu-rays, that's just not the case anymore. That's like just not in the equation for them anymore. So now, like studios are less incentivized to, you know, invest in big budgets for people like that, you know, like for directors and creatives like that. So it's, you know, if you want better movies, buy physical media is essentially what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You know,
No, it's
buying
true.
physical media, you know.
Yeah, I guess that's
just the case.
That would be my answer to that question then, is that is a piece of media that's underappreciated, in addition to the Christmas stop motion stuff. But yeah. Okay. Next.
Yeah, I agree. Physical
next
media needs
question. What wild animal do you think you have the best shot of surviving in a brawl? Now, okay. Wild animal.
What the
there's a lot, you know, wild animal could mean anything, right? I could go outside and find a lizard that's this big and that's a wild animal. So I feel like we need to be considering, you know, like animals that are like at least half our size that has the capacity to fight, you know? Cuz obviously I'm going to fuck up a little lizard or like a squirrel. That's a wild animal still.
They're not standing a chance, man.
Yeah.
That's all
So
I'm saying.
so if I'm thinking like a bigger animal that might be able to put up a fight, I might come out with a few scratches. I mean, if I tried hard enough, I probably could obliterate like a coyote.
Really?
Like one? Yeah, coyotes aren't that big. Or like
yeah,
a
if
fox.
like rabies is not an issue or something like
Yeah,
that,
yeah.
I feel like you could fuck up a coyote. The problem is like they operate in packs, so it's kind of hard.
That's what I'm saying. One coyote, just
one coyote,
1v1.
Yeah, I feel like I could fuck up one coyote.
Yeah, like something that size, because like there's no way I'm taking down a wolf. Obviously, there's no chance. Or
We're both in Florida and we're from Florida, so no, we're not Florida men. We will not try and say we can.
Oh,
fuck
a
up
gator?
a gator.
No, fuck
There's
that.
just no way.
No
I don't
way.
care who you are. Like, you are an insane psychopath if you think you can fuck up a gator.
And then I always see, like, you know, in comments of, like, videos with gators where people are like, apparently wrestling a gator, I feel like I could do it. It's apparently not hard. You latch on and I'm like, shut the fuck up. You're going to die. I'd like to see you try.
They
Like,
have
no
the
way.
strongest bite force of any mammal.
Fuck
like,
that. Mammal?
Stronger than a great...
You mean
of
animal?
any animal.
Okay.
Mammal. Yeah. Mammal as well. Yeah.
Well, I guess, yeah, that would include mammals. But, yeah, continue. Yeah.
It's stronger than a great white. Like, it's the bite force velocity and the strength of the bite is stronger than that of a great white's, which is just insane to me.
Yeah,
like
it is insane.
It's just an insane thing to think of.
I'm not going anywhere near a gator, okay? Yeah. So for anyone out there who thinks they could wrestle a gator because they saw a guy do it in a YouTube video,
you're kidding yourself.
Write me a letter from the fucking hospital and tell me how it went.
Or from heaven.
Yeah, or from fucking heaven. Yeah, exactly.
You're not. You said coyote.
Yeah.
Who would I beat up? Bro, I could fuck up like a honey badger or something like that.
A honey badger, yeah.
Like a big dog. I feel like
a dog, but a dog isn't like a wild animal.
True. Yeah.
Because I could destroy a dog. Oh man.
Well, it depends on the dog. Like, are we talking like German Shepherd, Rottweiler?
True. Yeah.
King Corso. Because if that's the case, then no, we're not.
No, you're right.
A bit like a cop dog, a Belgian Malinois. No,
yeah,
we're not fucking up.
That's
we're not
true.
fucking up those dogs. Those guys, they get trained to.
That kind of dog will destroy me. But if we're talking a Chihuahua, I'll go Theodore style on his ass. I'll punt him across the room. It's good. Yeah.
40 yards.
I'm trying to think of other wild animals that I could maybe fight. Because, you just got to eliminate, like, lion, tiger, all that. Because, like, obviously, we're going to get owned. And, like, a bear, hell no. Bear is, like, ultimate top final battle. Absolutely not. What about, like, I had one. I lost it.
I feel like I could fuck up like an emu or something like that.
Oh, an emu?
Yeah, or like something
really?
like that kind of bird, like an ostrich. Yeah, I
Whoa,
feel like they're fast, but like they don't have hands.
That's true.
They just have that beak. If you dodge the beak once, you can strangle it.
But they got raptor claws, man.
Listen, we're not advocating for the abuse of animals. I love animals.
Yeah, these are hypotheticals.
This is just based off the question we were asked.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hypothetically, I would beat up a fucking chihuahua. Hypothetically, I would kick its ass.
I wouldn't beat up one. I would not instigate. If one attacked me, I'm saying this is the one I'm most likely to fuck up if they attacked me first.
What about like
self-defense?
You think you could fight like a boar or like a hog, like a warthog? I'm thinking of that episode of Atlanta, if you guys know what I'm talking about.
Yes.
He struggled. He struggled, and he's a pretty big guy, a lot bigger than me. Yeah. So I don't know. I feel like I might get decimated by a wild hog.
I don't know, man. He was kind of caught off guard, wasn't he?
He was also he was injured as well. Let's not forget.
Exactly.
I forget.
Exactly.
Yeah, he was.
I feel
he was
like
not
if
in
he was
peak,
at full strength, he would fuck up the hog.
True, you're right. I completely forgot about the fact that
I could fuck up a boar. I would fuck up a boar.
I think you're right. A goat, maybe. I think I could probably beat up a goat
in self-defense. In self-defense.
I feel like goats got that big ass wide tummy. I'd run up and kick it, and it would just incapacitate the thing. There's a good list out there. I think I could.
Yeah, like not a horse. You can't do a horse.
No,
those things will trample you. They'll kick you.
Yeah, horse is gonna hurt me. Yeah. Okay, nice. I like that question. I want to move on to a bit of a that was a good thought provoking question. Thank you to the one who
in self-defense. In self-defense.
Yeah.
I want to be very clear on that.
Yeah. Let's see. Which one should I go with next? I want to take. Look, so someone had a really long, crazy question that wouldn't fit in the poll, so they had to DM me. I want to do that one next because I think it's a really interesting and amazing question. So,
how long of a question is that to be?
Well, it wasn't that. There was just
What's the character count.
There was just like a lot to it, and then he like added on to it. So here we go. He says, would you rather have a capsule that lets you teleport anywhere and time travel with no repercussions, or a magic ring that lets you absorb all the knowledge in a book with just a touch.
No, I feel like teleportation and time travel, because I feel like with all the knowledge,
Dangerous.
I would go crazy.
Dangerous to the mind of
I would go
a man.
insane.
Yeah. Yeah. Now, he added a little bit more context beyond that. And I would agree as well. I think with just that first chunk of the question, I'm going with the capsule. No doubt.
Yeah.
Now, he says, to make it more interesting, instead of a capsule, it's a van that you can drive around with. So you can drive around dinosaurs and do a whole safari tour. But with the magic ring, you don't only absorb the knowledge, but also see the entire thing from the author's POV and their feelings when they were writing it.
Fuck no, I don't want to be inside somebody else's head.
Yeah, true. You
Dude,
know, I feel like
no.
that is even more incentive to make me lose my fucking mind.
Dude,
you know,
like-
because what if I read a book by an author who was like horribly mentally ill?
Yeah,
you
like
know?
I don't want to be inside Edgar Allan Poe's head.
Ooh,
That guy
yeah,
was fucking
ooh,
insane.
yeah, whoa,
dude.
yeah. Actually, that's
Stephen
a
King,
fantastic
Stephen
point.
King, dude. Like you got to be like I love Stephen King, but you got to be like some level of like crazy to like think of like those kinds of stories.
That's it. You
I'm
would
like,
have to
I'm
use
good.
that.
I'm good.
Yeah, you would have to use that ring sparingly. Like I would be using that ring pretty much exclusively on like textbooks and like math and science, just so I could become
Yeah.
super genius. But yeah, I'm not gonna scan that shit on like 50 Shades of Grey though. I'm good.
No. I do not want to be in that author's head, man.
I'm good. I'll take the dinosaur safari
Dude,
van
Did
that
you
can travel
hear,
through
like,
time.
Did you ever see like some of her interviews? She's like, whenever I had thoughts for like writing, I would just type it on my BlackBerry. I'm like, you fucking writing like like an erotic, autoerotic.
You're a weirdo for that.
Book on your BlackBerry. That's just like that's just a different level of weird.
Yeah. Also, just not very smart, I guess. You know, you could, if you had a laptop, you probably could have typed like 4 times as fast. Just saying. It's not a very conventional strategy. So
100 is so true. Yeah, no, I don't want to be in like F. Scott Fitzgerald's head. I don't want to be in his head.
I think I'm good. No, yeah. I think I'm gonna take the van, the time traveling safari van, because dude, that sounds like a whole lot of fun and no repercussions. He says you can time travel or teleport anywhere. So that's 2 also. I could just teleport in my own current time or time travel. No repercussions. Of course I'm going to take that. And it's a van? Hell yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Hell yeah.
Like you can just time travel, safari, you know.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
can
yeah,
just
yeah.
visit the medieval era, find out like what happened in the dark ages that
And you
led
can-
to like civilization collapsing.
Yeah, man.
I want to figure out what happened, man.
You could run up and you could run up to a little peasant child and show him a Mr. Beast video, and it's not gonna have a ripple effect because there's no repercussions. So we're good.
Give him a feast. Give him a feastful bar.
Give him a festivals. You could go up to a little kid in old England, you know, in old London, right? Victorian era child, and
Now
tell him
look.
whatever the fuck you want, right? And
Now
you're fine.
now look. If we're giving some medieval squire a Mr. Beast feastable chocolate bar, I want repercussions for that.
You do.
I want a ripple effect. I want to see like out of nowhere just gothic paintings of like little feastable bars in there next to like some knights. Like I want to see that.
Yeah, or
I think that would be hilarious.
There's like some like oil paintings of Jimmy himself.
Yeah, dude,
Like
that would be so funny.
They somehow found out who he was, and they're like, "This is
Dude, yeah.
God." No, what if we went back? You know what we should do? We go back to biblical times.
And we filmed Jesus during his carpenter days in like a workplace sitcom.
Yes, and we put a deep fake on him to where he looks like Jimmy Beast, and
Oh my God.
we come back to the present, and all the churches are filled. Everyone thinks Jesus looks like Mr. Beast, or I guess it would be everyone thinks Mr. Beast looks like Jesus. Right? He would rise in fame on YouTube, and everyone's like, wow, this guy has a striking resemblance to our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. And that would be a crazy effect on the world. He would be like a messiah.
That would be insane.
So
you would give Jimmy Beast way more power than he has already.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I would. You know, but unfortunately, there's no repercussions with this van, so
Exactly. That's
it's
true.
out.
So
It's out of the
there's no
question.
consequence.
So
Now,
it's out of the question.
Yeah, because like adding repercussions definitely changes everything. Because it's like, oh, there's certain things I don't want to touch that it'll affect the past. Like,
Yeah,
and
adding
then there's certain
repercussions.
things I do
might-
want to touch. Like, I want to go kill Hitler or baby Hitler. You know.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing, you know. Everyone's always like, "Oh, we got to go back and kill Hitler before he did all that." But I'm like, who knows what the world would look like without World War II?
It would have more people in it.
Yeah,
That's
true.
for sure.
Oh, true. So
Less pain.
yeah. But yeah, who knows, man?
I feel like with a decision like that, the positives outweigh the negatives.
You think?
Of like the
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the
I guess-
uncertainty of like, you know, like who knows what other things could arise from this? But it's like, oh, if you kill Hitler, 6 million Jews don't die.
Yeah, true.
So then it's like, oh, so that's kind of like a really
think
good
of
thing.
think of all like the World War II movies and stuff we would have never gotten though.
That's so true. But like World War I that has a lot of good content. So
True, yeah. No, I guess I'm just like when it comes
Bad
to
content.
fucking with the space-time continuum, I'm the kind of person where I'm like, we can't, the good or the bad, we can't touch it. One tiny thing and we're fucking it
now,
up, you know?
Now, I'll tell you one thing. I don't care what the negative repercussions are. I'm saving Harambe.
Oh,
doing
dude.
it.
Oh,
I'm
I'm
saving
with you.
Harambe.
That's what I'm gonna.
I'm saving
oh.
Harambe.
Look, let me tell you, if I had this van that had no repercussions, that would be the thing that eats away at me every day. I would be going back to that day, May whatever 2016, and just watching from
relive that
afar.
moment every
and
time.
and every time I see him get shot, I'd be like, oh, right there, I could have done this, or I could have done that. This is how I would have saved him, but I fucking can't because my goddamn van, no repercussions.
Yeah, it
But
would
it's
kill
fine.
you. You're
It
like
would
the
kill
guy
me.
in a hoodie in the corner, the mysterious man.
Yeah.
Nobody knows where he's from.
Right,
and you're
I'd be
just
like,
God, I could.
Harambe, run! And he'd be like, what? And he'd run, and the bullet would miss, but then, you know, I'd go back to the present, and everything I did never actually happened because
Yeah, it breaks
no
my heart.
repercussions. It would be really sad. But anyway, I'd go
Now,
with the
is there a
I'd go
way
with
to
the
break
van.
that loophole? Is there a way to break that loophole that if you go back in time, save Harambe, and you don't go back to the present, you just live out the rest of your life in that time?
I don't know,
What are the
man.
repercussions?
I don't know.
If you
how
never
the
go
me-
back to the present, technically it doesn't reset.
Yeah,
So, like,
I mean,
what-
I don't
how
know
does it work?
I don't know the mechanics of how the van works. I would have to reach out to the guy who asked me the question. We would need a little bit more context.
True, because like it sounds like if you go back, then
Maybe there's a
no
time limit.
repercussions. So maybe there's a time limit. If there's
You
a time
know?
limit, then it all goes out the window. But like, it seems like the van is the catalyst for like the reset. So
Yes. Yeah,
if you
yeah,
don't
yeah.
go back in the van, there's no reset, and you can save Harambe at the sacrifice of your life, which it's a sacrifice I'm willing to make.
Here's what I'm thinking, and now this is just pure speculation. I'm thinking the van itself, like there's some source within the van, the time, energy, fluid, material needed to travel. There's only so much of it. So when we travel back or forward in the future, you know, we have a time limit because this is a precious material, time travel substance, and maybe you like can't stray too far from the van either. Maybe it's like an anchor point, you know. So you're like, you have this little bubble, this like safety time bubble where you can do whatever, but realistically, it's no repercussions. And again, that's all just the working theory.
Yep.
Anyway, enough of that. Next question,
Rest in peace, Harambe.
the point of the story is rest in peace, Harambe. We are in the bad timeline because
We are in the bad timeline, you know. Honestly, like if you look at it, like all jokes aside, ever since Harambe got killed,
It's
downhill
true.
from here.
Yeah,
Downhill
it's true.
from there.
It's true. All right, next one. Dream project to make.
Treasure Planet live action.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I might have to agree
That's
with
been
you
our
there.
that's our dream project, man. We've actually like worked on it.
Yeah, a little, yeah, just for fun.
Yeah.
I
We've
might have
gotten,
to agree with you.
30 pages there? 30?
Something like that. I wrote out something,
Yeah.
good little chunk.
We fixed up like 30 some pages.
Yeah.
We got to pick it back up once we got time.
Yeah, maybe. Man.
That's the movie that brought us together.
That would. I guess if I really thought about it, that would probably be ultimate dream project. I mean, I could always say some Star Wars movie, but like
same, right?
But
Same.
like, come on, live action Treasure Planet would be crazy.
Yeah.
Or I guess like I would love to make something in the realm of like Indiana Jones, but again, we just do that with Treasure Planet. We add some action. We add some action.
Yeah, because I'm thinking about it, and it's like, oh, I can just say the Star Wars movie that I want to do about Clone Commandos, or like our Star Wars movie about set like millions of years in the future or whatever.
Yeah.
It's like you could say that, but like in all, like, gotta be honest and be like, no, it's Treasure Planet.
Treasure Planet live
action, and it works. It's like one of those movies that like it's in that very rare bubble of people love it and they've grown to love it, and they're annoyed that it hasn't gotten nearly as much love, which means that if you do something with it, then you're automatically going to get a lot of people excited and wanting to see it no matter what.
Yeah.
So it comes with like a pre-established like group of people that are willing to like pay money to go see it in the movie.
There would just be a lot of passion in that project from us and from the audience. I mean, that's why they call it a passion project, but that would be an insane thing
the dream
to be
project,
a part of
for sure.
Yeah.
I just think it's like such a good story to begin with, and then the way Treasure Planet talks about the themes that are in Treasure Island, I think are so good. I think we would definitely blend more elements of Treasure Island into the movie.
Yep. Oh yeah, we've had so many conversations. Like, I literally sat and read the whole fucking book. Treasure Island.
I'm 3/4 of the way through.
Yeah, it took me like a year, but I was like, I want to read the source material.
I've been slow with it, like just highlighting and just just notes and be like, all right, this is like this would work, this wouldn't work, like, and we've done like mini beat sheets and outlines and like laying out like, all right, who do we want to include? Who do we want to exclude? What do we want to include here? How do we want? What is the theme here? What is the core theme? Like, what is the main thing that we want people to take away from it? And it's just like we've gone extensive on it. We've gone through like hours and hours of just conversations and working on this.
Yeah, basically the way we've thought about it is we
have a color palette. I even have a color palette.
We don't want to do just a live action remake of the cartoon. We want to just this is just a reimagining whole new movie, right? Obviously, I guess technically it's a remake of the cartoon, but like we want to change it up and add more elements from the book and just make it longer and bigger and everything. It's just it would be a whole thing. We could go could take a whole episode talking about this shit, man. Like, oh man.
Yeah, episode 20 is the Treasure Planet episode.
That's why, like, if Disney were to make this, like, if they were to announce this, it would be the most bittersweet thing because, one half of me the fan in me would be like, wow, I'm glad that this is happening, but the creator side of me would be a little heartbroken that I wasn't there to help make it happen.
Oh, dude, that would be the one that, like, broke me. That, and apparently Knights of the Old Republic is going to get made into a show. That broke me because I want to do it. Because I feel like Treasure Planet was doomed from the start because it came out the same time.
Chamber of Secrets, right?
Chamber of Secrets. So you got people that saw the first Harry Potter and are like, all right, this is it. We're in. And it's just, it was an unfortunate circumstance. And considering the fact it got nominated for Best Animated Movie. Like, I love the blend of 2D animation with 3D computer animation. And I kind of want to do something similar to that with like background design and production design.
Morph.
Yeah,
and
Morph. I love Morph.
Yeah.
John Silver, he's great. Hawkins, I would make Hawkins younger like he was supposed to be.
Yeah, so... Yeah, in the
he's
book...
He's supposed to be like, what, 13, 12?
In Treasure Island, he's 12 or 13, and I believe in Treasure Planet, he's 17. Yeah, let's make him like 14, 15. Somewhere there in the middle, right?
Yeah. Or like Dr. Doppler, he's a combo of Livesey and Trelawney. I would
change his
separate
name
the two again.
maybe.
I would
or
separate the two
them.
again.
Yeah, true. We could separate
make
them.
the two. Keep Captain Amelia. She's great.
Yeah, there's a lot of
Ben is funny.
the robot. Yeah, the robot.
I would reincorporate him in a different way.
Yeah,
Bring back
I mean,
Martin Short.
he's in the book too. He's like an old man that's been lost on the island. So
more Billy Bones, more Nathaniel Flint. I want more Nathaniel Flint, dude. Yeah. Did you know Peter Cullen voiced Nathaniel Flint? He's like uncredited as Nathaniel Flint.
Wow, I did not know that.
Yeah, the guy that voices Optimus Prime.
Yeah.
Is
Wow.
also uncredited as Nathaniel Flint. I think that's just crazy.
Yeah. So yeah,
it was doomed from the start. Like they didn't give it a chance, and there was less of a reason for them to give it a chance when it was a box office bomb. Which again, like you put it in like the worst. You slated it in the worst time possible, so it wasn't given a chance. Like I've got a signed poster, original 2-sided poster.
Yep.
Signed by Muskers and Clements. I love them. They're amazing. I would consult
sick.
them. I'm like, help, you know. Mm-hmm. I love this movie. There's just so much about it, like perseverance and just, you know, finding your own way. And
yep. Yeah. It's
so
really
good.
it's
so
inspiring
good.
stuff. It's so good. Yeah. So that's dream project. I think safe to say.
100%.
Yeah. Any Disney execs out there who
Please, I'm begging you. I'm begging you guys.
If this is an idea that's floating around,
I'll draft the treatment.
Rope us in somehow.
I'll draft a 30-page proposal, a 20-page treatment. I'll send you the pages.
I would drop everything.
I would drop everything in my
I would
life
drop out of college to do that. I have 1 semester of college left. If a Disney exec came to me, I would drop out of college.
Yeah, or just postpone. Be like, I'm not doing.
Yeah,
this
sure. Postpone. Yeah. But
I'm not doing this year.
yeah. All right, next.
That would
next
be such a funny conversation with your teachers or like your academic advisor, being like, "Why are you skipping this year?"
Well,
I actually got a call.
I gotta go make a movie for Disney. I gotta go make a movie, and so then I come back. I come back in like 2 years to finish my film degree. Like 3 classes left. You know, they're like, "Why are you even doing this? You already fucking." I'm like, "Well, my parents want me." You know.
Now this is like something that's been festering in my mind a little bit because I'm in the master's program and I did the bachelor's at UCF with you because I'm older.
Yep.
I'm an old fart.
This is true. He is a couple years older than me.
But like, do you have any pride towards your college? Because like sometimes, like we're gonna be famous eventually. I have no doubt about it. Will you be annoyed by the fact that like the colleges might like put us as like notable alumni or promote us as like, hey, this guy went here, you know, so you know that shows our pedigree. And it's like, because like me and UCF, I have such a weird relationship with it because like essentially I didn't really learn much. It was really just to get my degree. I taught myself a lot. Like, a couple writing classes, and I'm kind of getting the same thing. Like I'm really only getting any benefit from writing classes, my writing class, but essentially like I'm getting no benefit from anything else.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, you're gonna promote my name, but you didn't teach me jack shit. Excuse my French. It's kind of for me, it feels like a slap in the face.
Yeah, I mean, the way I feel about it, I would say I have pride for UCF. I think, like, I definitely agree with you. Like, a lot of it is definitely self-taught. Like, when it comes to, you know, going to film school, like, yeah, a lot of what you learn is gonna have to be on projects you're doing on the side or just watching movies all the time, you know, YouTube videos, stuff like that. And I'm not the perfect student. Look, in this day and age with so many classes being on my computer, of course I'm not going to do my work as hard or study as much, but I definitely do think I have learned more than I maybe realize from my classes. Mm-hmm. But then on top of that, you know, there's networking and stuff too. Like, you know, you and I wouldn't have ever even met if we didn't go to UCF, and I would have never met any of the other amazing friends and, you know, crew members I've
That's
made.
really the only thing that I see is the benefit is that you meet people.
Yeah.
But like in terms of them providing you with an education and giving you valuable like skills, like I don't feel like
I guess it depends on what you do with it, because you get a lot of students as well who are constantly involved in student projects. Every weekend they're on set.
Oh yeah.
For this kid's project, for that guy, for this. I was never that student. I was never very involved with like
quality over quantity for me.
Yeah, I never was like going and talking to other classmates and networking and just doing this random role on this set or this role. I don't know. I don't know. I always preferred to make skits and shit with my friends and you know. But it's just what you make it. I guess I guess that goes for college as a whole. It is what you make it. So when it comes to having pride for the school, it's like, I would say yeah. And I mean, with UCF, it's so fucking big. It's kind of hard to get that intimate college experience, if you know what I mean, because it's just humongous. Like there's so many students here. And so it's not like, especially if you don't live on campus, you're not going to be in the midst of it all. So
100%,
I don't know.
man.
I guess to answer your question, like if one day UCF is like, this guy was an alum and he did this, I'd probably be like, yeah, whatever. Sure. You could put my name on a plaque. You can name a classroom after me. Or some shit. I don't know. Yeah.
I would have them name like a building after me, and then at the commencement ceremony be like, these guys actually didn't teach me jack shit. You guys you should just do projects, teach yourself. Yeah,
invite us back to like give a speech, be like, yeah, we went here, but that was pretty much it. We kind of just went here. Like I don't credit them for my success. Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah. Anyway,
I think that would be hilarious.
Quick little aside, yeah.
Little next, slam dunk on them, like the academia. They're like freaking out.
Yeah. So
next question.
Yeah. So this one says, sacrifice your favorite person to save the world, or sacrifice the world to save your favorite person. I would definitely sacrifice my favorite person.
Ouch. I get it.
I mean, look, I'd have to, because what's the other option? Sacrifice the world to save your favorite person? What?
Yeah, that's a tough thing, right?
I'm going to let the Earth explode so my favorite person can float around aimlessly in space with nothing and no one. They're going to die too. So, pretty much it's like, you want to fucking end humanity or kill this one person, and then humanity can survive. It's like, sorry, Mom, I got to do what I got to do for the good of the human race. Like,
I hope my wife isn't watching this. I'm sorry.
I mean, you're doing her a favor.
Good of humanity.
Hey, you're doing her a favor. Look, if you would be sending her off to her doom by blowing up the Earth. Like, look, baby, I'm blowing up the planet because I love you so much. It's like, yeah, but then where am I going to live?
Yeah, we're just going to die.
Yeah, including you.
We're just going to die. We're just going to suffocate and die.
You'd be killing yourself, too, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my answer.
I love her so much, but, like, 1 versus, like, 7.8 billion people.
Exactly.
Like, that is, like, that's cruel.
She would understand. She would
save humanity. And you can make an argument like, humanity's not worth saving. It's like, no, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, it is.
Exactly.
Yeah. So there's my answer to that question.
I'm so sorry.
On the next one. Okay. Who got Phineas pregnant?
Oh no! Who asked this question? Oh my god! I need.
You want me to tell you?
Yeah, actually, tell me.
It was Joe.
It
was Joseph. Yeah, I don't have a problem revealing that one.
You know who got Phineas pregnant? Joseph did. Joseph actually got Phineas pregnant. That's actually canon. Yeah.
Is that why? Is that why he left the question comment to kind of like send our suspicion elsewhere?
Yeah.
When it was him all along.
But I imagine Ian's gonna throw like a little picture of the sticker on the screen, but I don't even know how you got that. I don't remember how you guys got that sticker.
I just like laughed and it squeezed a fart out of me. I hope the mic picked that up. I don't think it did though. I'll put a.
Put a little sound.
I'll throw up the sticker. Yeah, basically, there's this like. It's not even a sticker. Like one of my buddies like printed it out, like a bunch of them on just printer paper. It's just like pregnant Phineas, and then like
Who designed it?
I don't know. But then
They didn't.
No. It was someone. It was just a picture they found.
It's just such a jarring thing that you just. It's like one of those things that are so jarring that you just can't help but be like.
Yeah, but standing next to Phineas is Perry, who is like humanoid size, and he's like he's like shredded. So I guess
he's cut. He's cut.
He's very cut. I guess it's implied that Perry got Phineas pregnant, but
no.
If
in reality, he's the stepdad. Joseph is the deadbeat dad that got him pregnant,
and he got Phineas pregnant.
To acknowledge the kid.
And Joseph said, "I know what I'm gonna do today. I'm gonna fucking skip town on this baby." So
yeah,
Phineas.
How dare you?
I mean, Ferb probably would be. You think Ferb would be a good step parent? I don't know. He's pretty quiet.
Ferb is the cool uncle.
Oh, true. I guess that is Phineas's brother, so it would be his uncle. Yeah.
That would be weird as fuck.
Yeah, I don't know why that's where my mind went.
That's some hillbilly shit, man.
I guess just like Phineas and Ferb are such good buddies that I just assumed they'd be really good co-parents. But
yeah.
Okay.
Next question.
Yeah.
Please.
Next question. Okay, thoughts on Dark Universe at Epic Universe. Do you think a classic monster IP will work, or do you think they should have licensed IPs like Stranger Things or similar stuff to Halloween Horror Nights?
No, Stranger Things is way more niche. It's way too niche. It's too niche.
I think the land will work.
It's only popular enough to do like haunted houses.
Yeah, and I think that's what they meant is IPs like more modern horror movies, Stranger Things.
But the thing is like, why do modern horror movies that were inspired by those characters when you could just do those characters? Like
that's what I'm saying.
Like those characters are there because those characters made Universal what they are today. Like those movies established them as like a top 3 studio.
Yeah. No, yeah.
For good reason. For good reason. They were such key moments in horror film history.
I mean, that's
Dracula.
That's where it was born.
Adapting characters from books like Dracula.
Mm-hmm.
Just
Frankenstein.
That, like
all of it. Yeah.
And I'm in the side of like it's about time they finally gave them like a proper whole land for themselves.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I feel like the Monster Cafe was a bit of a slap in the face. Like, considering how much, these characters mean to them.
Yeah.
Like how integral and how special and how important those IPs were to the success of Universal. Like, they deserve their own land, and I think it'll work. I think it'll work. I don't know if you saw the promo video that came out for Dark Universe. It looks sick. Essentially, It looks like the first, like, proper, like, haunted, like, horror land, like a scary land.
Yeah.
So it's like it looks really cool. You got the windmill cafe that literally the windmill is on fire, and you've got the werewolf ride that looks really cool, and just a lot of really cool stuff. I feel like Universal's really doing a great job with Epic Universe in terms of like the lands, and I hope it's as good as like they've shown us so far. I have faith just seeing the aerials and the progress they've made, but it definitely feels like Universal. Once Universal comes out with Epic Universe, it is officially like not just a one day experience. It's a full weekend experience. Like,
I would argue even longer. I feel like as it is right now, it's like a weekend. Like, you do Universal one day, you do Islands of Adventure the next day.
Yeah.
And now
I'm saying like
you
for
can do
majority
Epic
of
Universe,
people,
another additional
majority of
2-3
people usually
days.
do both in a day.
Yeah.
So I'm saying like this establishes it as like a proper full weekend experience, whereas Disney is like a full like 4-day some or 3-day or even 5-day experience. This is like a proper like weekend experience, and it's getting closer to giving Disney a run for its money. Disney got approved for those acres for what is rumored to be a fifth gate, so a fifth park. So I mean, they're not sitting on their laurels anymore, but for a while it felt like Universal was just rolling on them. And honestly, it feels like they are, because they're definitely just doing more.
Yeah. But going back to the question though, yeah, I definitely think like yeah, what they were saying, like to taking other IPs like Stranger, like they definitely could have done a land with more modern horror movies, you know, like something like Friday the 13th, Nightmare on Elm Street, Halloween, you know, stuff we've seen, like at Halloween Horror Nights. I don't know. Those were just a couple examples, but I'm just meaning like things we've seen at Halloween Horror Nights. Yeah. But I do think taking it back to those classics ones is the best route to go. Yeah. Like, and don't get me wrong, a whole land that's themed after like Halloween and maybe like The Shining's over here and this one's over here, that would be cool. But like the classics are just, it's the classics. And it's like, I feel like the thing with the question was like, oh, maybe they're so old. Maybe there's younger audiences who don't know who these guys are, or they aren't going to have the nostalgia for the original movies, which is true, but like everyone fucking knows who they are. You can't even argue. Like little kids know who Frankenstein
they're
is.
Iconic.
Yeah, maybe they aren't familiar with the original movies per se, but those characters are iconic as shit. And I think you're right. I think they absolutely deserve a big spot like that at Universal Studios, because they're such a huge part of the company and its history and its identity. And yeah, like it does look scary,
Did you do the
man.
backlot? Did you do the tour, the tram tour in California?
Yeah,
Universal California. Like they have a whole section dedicated, like that whole section where it's like, this is where we revealed Frankenstein, which at the time was like the big reveal. And I'm like, that's so cool. Like it was those are like Mike Myers. You don't get Mike Myers without Frankenstein and all those characters. Like the tropes that those movies established have transcended and filtered through everything you see in horror today.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
you know?
And that ride, after watching that video, that promo video,
it looks so good. It
looks so good, but I think it's going to be fucking scary. I feel like it's going to be a haunted house that they are forcing you through, which that didn't even cross my mind. Like, initially before they dropped this video, I'm thinking, oh yeah, it's going to be a cool themed land. It's going to look like an old Victorian town. There'll be a castle and a ride and Dracula. But then I see the video and I'm like, I didn't actually take a second to think about how they would probably actually make it like scary. Like it's probably actually going to be scary. And they're talking about the ride and they're like, this is technology we've used in the ride we've never done before. You need to be brave. You got to be brave enough to say, I did what's the ride called? Dracula's Monsters Unleashed or something. And I'm sitting there thinking like, this thing's probably fucking scary.
Escape the claws of Curse of the Werewolf.
I think from what I've heard in rumors, I think it's like a similar ride system to Harry Potter and the Forbidden Journey, to where you're going to be kind of just in a little ride vehicle that'll move you through the castle.
It definitely looks like a similar ride system to not Forbidden Journey, but Green Gots.
Oh, so more like a roller coaster track.
If you see, if you look at the website, it's like they're rotating.
Okay.
The ride vehicles, like it's on a track and they rotate. It's on a proper track.
Interesting. Or is that not the werewolf one? The werewolf one.
Yeah, the werewolf one. Yeah.
I'm talking about the Monsters Unleashed. Mansion one.
There's another one?
Yeah, there's two rides. I'm talking about like the main ride that takes place inside of Dracula's castle, where they got all the animatronics and stuff. They talked about that one in the video too. Yeah, I
think you're right. I completely forgot about that.
Yeah,
I think you're so right.
I think that one is going to be similar style to like Forbidden Journey or something. Which, look, even that one when I was a kid, that ride scared me. I actually thought that ride was scary when I was a kid. Harry Potter and the Forbidden Journey, and it's mostly the parts where it moves you and it's really dark and it moves you up, and then bright light flash, Dementor. Lights, giant spider, and that's just like a jump scare in front of you. And so what I'm anticipating for this new ride is they're going to have these crazy realistic animatronic of fucking Dracula, and he's just gonna fly up and be right in my fucking face, or like the Wolfman. I don't know. Like, it's gonna be scary, I think.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be a scary... All I want there to just be a cool sequence where there's like a scene where we see the character like pull the switch and there's a bunch of electricity. It's alive! It's alive!
Oh, yeah, dude. It's going to be so cool. The show, the Frankenstein show, they're going to have Creature from the Black Lagoon over there.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, yeah, it's going to be so cool.
Yeah. So, yeah,
so that Monsters Unchained, the Frankenstein experiment, that's the thrilling dark ride. So it's at Frankenstein Manor, not Dracula's castle.
Well, Dracula's in it, though.
Yeah, he's in it. But,
yeah.
It's
like they're all of...
Dr. Victoria Frankenstein and her attempt to control the monsters. You'll see classic monsters like Dracula, Brides of Dracula, Creature from the Black Lagoon, Wolfman, Mummy, and Phantom of the Opera. Phantom of the Opera, hell yeah!
Yeah, so
dude,
I think
Phantom
it's
of the
going
Opera
to
getting
be...
some love. I love that.
I think it's going to be
he's
like
way more... He's way more screwed up in like the original like literature.
I've never seen it. I've actually never seen Phantom of the Opera in any capacity.
Oh, the Broadway show is one of the best.
That's what I've heard
of all time.
Yeah, I've never seen it or listened to it.
But I'm saying like the original literature, he's like way more like gross and like evil and like crazy.
Cool.
He was one of the inspirations for Joker, I believe. Him and like The Man Who Laughs, that old 1940s movie.
Yeah, I think that ride is going to be scary as shit. No, the one you were talking about with like the spinning coaster, I think that's just like an outdoor spinning coaster.
Yeah.
That'll still probably be fun.
Wolfman.
Yeah, with the Wolfman. But this Monsters Unchained one, I think is going to be a fucking haunted house. They're going to strap you in and you are going to be forced to go through. And
state of the art.
Be scary. Yeah.
So it might be different. It might actually be different.
It might be an entirely new, unique thing. Like I'm sitting here right now scared to do it. I'm imagining like waiting in line for that ride, strapping in, about to go. I'm going to be shitting bricks. I know you and I are going to be together for that. I'm telling you right now, I'm going to be shitting bricks. It's going to
be scary.
You saw me.
It says in the description, it says that Victoria Frankenstein invites guests to witness her demonstration of her ability to control the monsters, but it goes awry and all of them escape.
Yeah, I'm like...
So imagine just getting bombarded with like classic scary monsters, dude. That would be insane.
In the video, I'm pretty sure they said this ride uses Universal's like most sophisticated audio animatronics. So
please no, I'm big.
I mean, you saw me when we were at Halloween Horror Nights.
Oh yeah, dude.
I was a little baby. I don't do well with haunted houses and scary. I'm not a big scary guy.
I don't either. I don't know.
Yeah, that was actually
for whatever reason. I love it.
That time we went was actually my first time. This was 2 years ago.
That was my second time. It was my second time.
Well, that was my first time going to a haunted house, is what I was going to say, period.
No,
not just Halloween Horror Nights. I had never even done a haunted house before in my entire life.
Yeah.
I had never done one because they just looked scary. And it was fucking scary. I'm not even going to lie. Like, I didn't even enjoy it that much. Like, I wanted to go because I wanted to, like, look at the houses and see the production design and how cool they looked. But instead, I'm just, like, on edge the whole time, constantly worried, like, who's going to pop out of this corner? It sent my anxiety through the fucking roof, and I don't like being jump scared. I don't like being jump scared like that because I'm just trying to walk through and enjoy this, and so I'm distracted, and it was a whole thing. I didn't end up going through the Halloween haunted house with Michael Myers.
It was a long wait too. It was like 2 hours.
Yeah.
I waited the 2 hours. It was so worth it.
That's what I heard, but
it wasn't scary. It was just like the aesthetic of it was perfect. Like once they nailed the feeling and the aesthetic of it. Amazing. Like,
once your sister was, I remember she was watching a video. Once she told us about the Hall of Mirrors, where you got to go through the mirrors at the end.
Oh yeah.
And you don't know if it's an actual Michael Myers standing there or a reflection.
There's only one of them there.
That. So, I was like, fuck this. And so my sister was like, oh, we if we do this, we're not gonna have time to ride the Mummy, and she's visiting from out of state. She loves the Mummy, and so I'm like, okay, yeah, I'll go ride the Mummy. You guys have fun. I'll go do the Mummy.
We're gonna go do the Mummy.
I was like, yeah, okay. I'll go do the Mummy with Claire. We're good. You guys enjoy that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure they're not gonna make it too scary because you got to make it like accessible for people. So
Yeah.
But it definitely feels like the horror, like they're not gonna like go out of the way to like just completely devoid it of like scary stuff. Like they want people to at least like enjoy the monsters to like as much as they can.
Yeah.
As proper as they should.
I'm gonna have to mentally prepare for when that ride opens.
Yeah. We got one more question?
One more, let me check. I think that might be all of them. That's it. Perfect time.
Sweet.
We did it. That's it. So yeah, to answer the question though, I do think it'll work. I think the land will work. And
I agree.
Yeah, with that, thank you if you sent a question. That was a fun episode.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
That was awesome.
Some of those were really funny to talk about, especially the time traveling dinosaur van capsule.
Oh yeah, dude.
That was good. I'm gonna keep that scenario in the back of my mind. And that ring also. There's that ring.
Write that down.
Yeah. Write that down. I feel like what it was is like there's two brothers, and one brother was gifted a magical van who could try and travel with no repercussions, and the other brother was gifted a ring to where he could gain the knowledge of any book but also understand the POV, and they are arch enemies forever with different, I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll write it down. But anyway, that's that. We got the questions. We're at an hour. Thanks for tuning in for these 10 episodes. If you did, hey, maybe on episode 20 we'll do another Q&A. This was fun. So
yes, please. That was actually a lot of fun.
It was, yeah. And hopefully a little bit of a tease, next time we might be in the same room. So there's that.
That's true.
That's what we'll leave you with. Okay. Enjoy the rest of your guys' day. I've been Ian.
I've been Estevan. Yeah.
And yeah. See ya.
Bye.